The Roblox page is filled with the best and the worst games. But today, we are exploring the 6 levels of the Roblox catalog, starting with number 1, actually fun games. These games are polished, so well made, and so fun that they genuinely feel like AAA titles. The graphics, gameplay, and attention to detail are on a completely different level. Games like Dueling Grounds, Forsaken, and the OG legend itself, Booga Booga. These are the kind of games that people would spend hours playing without even realizing it. Games like these are the reason people kept coming back to Roblox. They weren't built around making you stare at numbers going up or clicking the same button for the 100th time. They gave players actual experiences and moments to remember. Whether it was surviving, fighting, or exploring, there's always something happening. When you play these games, you're not just staring at a screen, you're actually having fun. Moving on to level 2, this is where things start to change. This is the beginning of the end. Games like 99 Nights, TDS, and the Night Shift horror games sit comfortably in this tier. Now don't get me wrong, these are still great games, and it's easy to see why they're so popular. They have solid gameplay, cool mechanics, and enough content to keep people coming back. But this is also where the first signs of engagement bait start. You might have a great time for the first hour or two, but after that, a lot of your playtime becomes focused on unlocking that one item, getting that one upgrade, or reaching the next milestone. Suddenly, you're spending hours grinding just because you're so close to getting something. The fun is still there, but it's no longer the only reason you're playing. In a way, these games represent what Roblox was originally built for. Small experiences that you could jump into for a quick dopamine rush before moving on to the next. There's always another game waiting for you on the homepage, and honestly, that's probably why Roblox has survived for so long. Instead of one massive game, it's thousands of smaller experiences competing for your attention. But this is also the point where Roblox starts shifting from making games that players enjoy to making games that players stay. Anyways, moving on to level 3, knockoff games. This is honestly one of the most Roblox things imaginable. Where else can you find a game inspired by another? This tier is packed with games like Ronautica, Eternal Nights, and Voxels. At first glance, you might hear the words knockoff game and immediately think of those terrible mobile games like Blockcraft 3D. Yes, but also no. In fact, some of them are genuinely impressive. Think about it, most of these games are being developed by small teams or even a singular person. Yet they're recreating experiences that originally had huge budgets and entire studios behind them. The amount of work that goes into some of these projects is honestly insane. And the crazy part is that a lot of them are actually fun. Sure, they might borrow big ideas from other games, but they often add their own twists and changes that makes them worth playing. This tier is probably where Roblox creativity shines the most, but there is a downside. For every genuine creative knockoff game, there are 10 others that simply copy whatever game is trending at the moment. The second a game becomes popular, dozens of clones appear overnight trying to grab the audience. Some of them are good, most of them aren't. A few knockoffs become amazing games in their own right, others just flood the platform with repetitive content that nobody asked for. So while this tier contains some of Roblox's most impressive projects, it's also where you start seeing the effects of trends taking over creativity, and trust me, it only gets worse from here. In level 4, this is where things really start to go south. This is the point where pure brainrot takes over the platform. Games like Steal a Brainrot, Brainrot Tsunami, and the hundreds of identical copies that appear every week dominate this tier. These games fully capitalize on the rise of Italian brainrot memes and, more importantly, the shrinking attention spans of literal babies. They are designed to be as loud, chaotic, and attention-grabbing as possible. Every few seconds there's a new sound effect, a new visual, a new reward, or some random character screaming in your face. Now I can see why these games exist. They're popular, kids play them, and developers make money from them. From a business perspective, it makes complete sense. But from a player perspective, they represent a massive shift in what Roblox was trying to achieve. Instead of focusing on good gameplay, many of these games just focus on engagement. The worst part is how many of them there are. Open the Roblox homepage and you'll see brainrot everywhere. One game succeeds and suddenly dozens of copies appear. This endless wave of slop is making the platform feel more repetitive than ever. And while there are definitely worse tiers ahead, level 4 is where you can really start seeing the platform changing. Now, level 5 might just be the worst of the worst. The games like Steal a Baddie, Baddie Restaurant, and the countless variations that somehow keep appearing on the homepage. These games are some of the strangest experiences on Roblox because they're clearly designed to attract attention first and provide gameplay second. Yet somehow these games continue to thrive despite pushing themes that feel completely out of place on a site originally built for blocky characters playing obstacle courses or fighting zombies. And honestly, I don't understand Roblox's moderation sometimes. A funny Bloxburg character can get moderated, but some of these thumbnails seem to survive for weeks. You open the homepage and suddenly you're looking at the most absurd clickbait imaginable. The craziest part is that many of these developers are clearly talented, which almost makes it more disappointing. Imagine if that same effort was put into literally anything else. At this point, we're not even talking about gameplay anymore. We're talking about games that exist almost entirely because their title and thumbnail can attract attention. And for that reason, level 5 earns its place near the bottom of this iceberg. Now, level 6 is the point of no return. We've gone past engagement bait, brain rot, and clickbait, but this is where genuine slop exists purely because someone thought it would be funny. At this level, logic no longer applies. Developers aren't asking, will this make sense? They're asking, would it be funny if we did this? I could probably name a million games that fit into this category, but there's one in particular that I would like to talk about. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you Granny Shooters. Now, if you've seen this game, you know that it got taken down, but let's just gloss over that for now. Now sure, you could probably place this somewhere in level 3 because technically it is a knockoff, but the premise is so unbelievably absurd that it deserves its own special mention. Someone looked at Granny, a horror game, and thought, what if we gave all the players guns and made it into a free-for-all shooter? This is why level 6 exists. These games aren't trying to be masterpieces, they're not even trying to innovate. They're not trying to make sense, and the weirdest part is that some of them are genuinely entertaining. You'll join expecting a train wreck and somehow end up playing for 20 minutes. Level 6 is Roblox at its most chaotic. Most of it is complete nonsense, but every now and then, that nonsense becomes weirdly enjoyable. Now, if I'd miss any levels that you think make a great video, suggest them down in the comments as I just went over the main ideas of the Roblox catalog. Now, as per usual, these videos take such a long time and I'd appreciate it if you'd like and subscribe. It means a lot.